that you understand how to start your day, how to plan your day, how to time block your day, because your time is your asset, we want to now be aware of things that will distract you and take time away from you. And the basic distractions, the things that plague most LOs that are struggling or new, are the following things. Realtors. I know what you're saying. How's that a distraction? I want them to send me business. Well, you want to find good realtors who respect you and want to use your time. Going to lunches where after lunch there is no business from that lunch is a distraction and a time suck. So be wary of non-producing partnerships, whether it be a realtor, an advisor, or someone that just wants to take your time as a borrower and not move forward. So realtors can be a distraction if you aren't using them for what they're supposed to be. It's building a relationship, having someone that will send you really good business. So focus on top producers, not people that are going to suck up your time. The second time suck can be borrowers. Now, borrowers are our friends, they are our family, but there are borrowers who will take up half an hour or 2 hours if you let them. You have to set boundaries. I would prefer, when a borrower is in process, for you to call that borrower back after you've gotten through your schedule of originating new loans. If a borrower calls you and it's 10 o'clock in the morning and they want to know if their appraisal came in, that call, responding to them, is not a good use of your time. It's better to call them back in the afternoon and answer all the borrower questions at one time. Because once your pipeline grows, you're going to be faced with the challenge of managing new business versus business in process. And to be successful, you have to separate the two. If it's a borrower asking you a general question about a file in process, you have to time block and do that after you've written new business. The third distraction are emails. Very few times will you ever get an email about new business. If it's a referral from a partner or someone calling you, they'll call you or they'll text you and say, I want to get a new loan. Emails are generally for company things, whether it be a meeting that's going to take place or a file that's funding or an upcoming registration that you have to do or a course you have to take for compliance. Those things need to be separated from your sales activity. Do not let email distract you. Most cases, I coach people to answer emails at the end of the day and do those things after you have sold, because email can suck up your entire day. The fourth distraction could be entertainment, whether you're on social media just for fun or you're checking out the news in the market and all of a sudden a sports thing pops up or something in the news pops up. Those things are distractions. If you really want to crush it, you've got to be focused and you have to focus on selling. Because remember, you are an MLO, mortgage loan originator. Next, Workspace Organization. As you see right here, this is my office. This is where we write loans. And this is exactly how it looks every single day. It's organized. The last thing we want to do is have papers all over the desk that are going to distract people. You can't stay organized with a workspace that is cluttered. So keep your space clean, keep your papers tight, keep your spot organized. Next is recovering from interruptions. Someone walks in the office, walks to your desk, wants to talk about the football game last weekend or what's happening in the marketplace or any type of drama happening in the world. That is a distraction, and recovering from that is hard. I was taught a lesson very early on in my business that if somebody in your space, in your company, is walking and talking, then put your head down. Because the last thing you can do is walk and take an application. You have to be sitting still so you can focus on the customer. So if somebody else is walking up to you and wants to talk, they're generally not talking about helping you close loans. So recovering from interruptions is a big one. The biggest interruption, the biggest distraction is administrative work. As an originator, to be successful, you have to separate what is sales and what is service. And you cannot do service activities during sales. The next distraction is DOA files. You can get caught up for weeks and hours and months trying to close that struggling file that nobody else is going to close. If a file is not qualified, you are not allowed to work on the file during sales time. Put that file to 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock and focus on the tough files at the end of your day. The next distraction is negative people. This business, this industry is filled with more people that are struggling than are not struggling. I told you early on that 80 to 85% of people do less than average work. And most people don't make it out of 6 months in this business. So the last thing you want to do is surround yourself with someone that's struggling or negative. And the last thing is celebrating the good days. You're supposed to succeed. So when you succeed, act like you've been there before. When you close a loan or you have a good file that you originate, don't be so happy you stop originating. Succeed off your successes. If you have a good day, work harder the next day. But don't get caught up patting yourself on the back for a good day, because it's only a good day and tomorrow is a new. So the keys to succeeding with your time is daily agenda first and then cutting distractions next.